Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to take a look at the Mini MP10, I think it's the KBB or whatever, in the Nemesis version. So he's got a bunch of accessories, none of which you can really use here, so we'll look at those later. And I've reviewed this guy before, or at least the regular version. But yeah, there he is in his truck mode. Windows are kind of askew there, aren't they? Rolls just fine, no problems there, and yeah, looks good. Let's get him transformed, shall we? So we want to pull these sections here out, split the legs, and we can extend them out. Rotate this piece here around. We've seen this transformation a bunch of times. It's the same MP10 type transformation. Nothing spectacular, nothing groundbreaking, nothing new. We can see how the silver paint's a little faded there. It's not there. It's almost like this could have been really cool if that's the effect they were going for, but then it's not, so it's cost of doing business with KO companies. You know, you got paint fade there, and this window doesn't quite match up. Yeah, I think it's kind of funny that my Megatron video was getting so much hate. I actually ended up deleting it because I was getting so much hate because I didn't like a KO. I didn't like a knockoff, and I was getting just bombed with trolls. I was just like, you know what? Screw it. It's not worth it anymore. So it's funny to me that, you know, I got less hate from the official Megatron video. Whew, it was stupid. Fold those up. We want to pull this out, rotate this. Be careful with these. These have broken on me a couple times with a couple different versions of this mold, just by rotating them out. Again, cost doing business with KO. QC is not official, so it's, or even third party. Flip the head up, and then you want to rotate this up here like this. Close that up. This will rotate around. Up like this, and that window still just it's crooked. I think it's just pinned in correctly. It's just crooked. QC issues right there. Fold that up. Fold this up, and there he is in his robot mode. And he looks good. I like him. Now I went with this head for now. He's got 4 different heads. He's got the one that's on. It's more like a comic look. We got Classic Prime, Orion, and then another version of the comic look. And they're pretty simple to flip out. All you got to do is just get a screwdriver. Pull out the screw, split the head, pull this apart. Now they did use a smaller screw for this piece. If you guys remember from my original Mini MP10, they used a bigger screw, which made it so that the head wouldn't rotate. So we'll see how this works out on him. And you just, yeah, you could just unscrew it, put a new one in, being a pain. My apologies. And there you go. Heads flipped out. Poseability on this guy, same as MP10. Let's see. You get a little up. Yeah, that screws. No, it's not the screw. Head goes up a little bit, down a little bit. You got the left and right. This panel to here doesn't really tab in, so it kind of rotates up and down. This does not close properly because of the because it just was, it's not installed properly. Shoulders up and down, in and out. Bicep swivel, little squeak toys there. Bends at the elbow, hands rotate. Open, close, finger, index finger has its own 2 hinges, rest are on 1. Waist swivel. You can see that you couldn't get the grays to match here. Ratchets on the hips. Squeaks on the outwards. Thigh swivel, bends at the knee. Thigh swivel, foot, rock, tilt. Yeah. So yeah, he's got the 4 different heads. He does come with a die-cast version of the Megatron gun, which, let's see here, if you can hold it. Yeah, kinda. About as well as MP10 can hold the Megatron gun he came with. He does have his own little mini rifle. Which, I mean, at this point it just looks ridiculous because it's so small in his hands. You can just rotate it in, and it doesn't really tab in very well either. It's not very good. Let's see, we got the sword. So you slide in, and you know he doesn't have a grip on it, so he can't hold it too well. Energon axe, so you close his hand up, and you can plug this on. There we go. This hand. Works fairly well. It's kind of this translucent blood red, kind of cool. And then he does come with the jetpack, which you can just take and it plugs onto his back. Maybe. There we go. These rotate on ball joints. Looks good. I like it. Works just fine. No problems there. And yeah, it has a beautiful finish to him. I think it really, really screams Nemesis Prime. It's one of those reasons why I always wanted the black MP10, but I just never wanted to spend that kind of money. But I think it was like $60, $60-$70 or something for this guy. I'm happy with it. Here he is with the Make Toys Prime. In case you guys were wondering how they scale together, they are pretty much right on, and their aesthetics are so different. You know, I love a good Nemesis Prime, but for my collection, I have to have a different mold. I just can't imagine Prime you know, a Nemesis version of Prime just being an exact replica. Although that's exactly what he is. But for me, I'm not a fan of that look. So this works really well for me because you got the Neo aesthetic versus the G1 evil aesthetic. You know, it's kind of like, it's kind of cool that way. I like it. His accessories are kind of a bust on this one, so I wouldn't really get too excited about those. The gun, even if it worked, it's just so small. I mean, just compared to this one, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Here's my Chug rifle for my Chug Prime. It's just like, really? Let's see if you can hold this. Decently, but yeah. But yeah, that was my rifle for Chug Prime. It just, yeah. It just is not what it should be. I think he should come with some better weapons. I think they should have engineered some better weapons for him. But you know, what can you do? Overall, though, the figure looks great. It's got some QC issues on mine, which, you know, could be yours, could be not. I can only rate it on the figure I have in hand, which is why I gave that Megatron, the knockoff oversized Megatron, I gave it such a hard time. It's because I can't review a figure based on somebody else's opinion. You know, if somebody else says, oh yeah, this figure's great, but mine's garbage, I can't sit there and say, well, this is great because so-and-so said so. I have to review it on the merits of the figure I have in hand. And this one has some QC issues. Without being able to hold weapons, without this thing being able to go in, he does have the evil matrix in here as well. So yeah, there you go. Without this being able to close properly, the head still has some issues. Let's see what else. Oh, can't hold the guns. The paint issue there. All in all, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Materials still feel pretty good. Expect some QC issues. I had all of my versions of this mold has had some sort of QC issue. Nothing like, oh my god, this is going to ruin the figure, but just expect to have some sort of QC issues and expect to be needing to find some other weapons because these just won't quite work properly for you. Other than that, it's a good figure. I recommend it if you are into the downs. And there's the gun. It just broke. Did you see that? The gun just broke. Try this again. Just trying to put it in there. There we go. No, it's yeah. Just expect the accessories to suck ass. There's no way around it. Although I think it's a good figure. You know, if you're into this kind of thing, I know not a lot of people aren't into the KOs, but yeah, there you go.